Do you think you are brave enough to listen to true stories that will make you think twice about driving at night? If so, you're in for a treat because I have some spine-chilling stories to share with you today. Mayor Slayer's back, my creepy cult. So sit back, relax, and get ready. Nightwalker. So a year ago, my grandma passed away, and we went to the funeral, which was in a different state. And by the time we arrived close to home, about 2 minutes away, it was only my uncle and me around 1 to 2 a.m., and there was this long dirt road. We took the corner and drove for a bit, as we were completely surrounded by darkness, with no other cars in sight. The only light source was the car's headlights. After a while, I get a glimpse of what I think is a skinless dog walking on its hind legs without a head on the side of the road, inches away from the car. I opened my eyes wider than ever before and was a bit shaken. I then looked over at my uncle, whose face was pale, and he then looked at me and saw I was surprised too, and that confirmed we both saw it. Was it a dog or a chicken? What do you think? Let us know. And if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. Lost on the wrong exit. I live about an hour and a half away from my family in a very rural, middle of nowhere state, so the interstate is just lots of trees. I was very tired one night driving home from visiting family, and it was like 1 a.m. I took the wrong exit, one that leads to a tiny town about 10 miles from the city I live in. Pretty empty, desolate area, just trees with a few houses scattered. I had yet to learn where I was. I was driving with the GPS trying to go home, and it took me down some back roads. On one of the roads, I saw this very tall, black, humanish looking figure on the side of the road. It was too dark out and far enough that I couldn't see clearly to make out the features, but it resembled a person. At the very least, I could make out a frame. I don't really believe in this stuff, and I would have just written it off as someone dumb wearing all black walking on the side of the road, had it not been for how freakishly tall it was. It had to be well over 7 feet. It was also kind of dark and shadowy. It's really hard to describe. I also know the second I saw it, I got one of the most intense feelings of dread I have ever felt in my life. It made me feel super weird. It felt so weird even for the next few days, kind of like someone was watching me. It could very well have been me seeing crap because I was so tired, but I know what I saw, and it felt very real, and it was absolutely terrifying. I know I never want it to happen again, that's for sure. Oh dear, that was scary. What do you think? Tell us what you think in the comments. Ghost in the back seat. So a few months back, I was going for a night drive in a canyon near my house. Before I get on with the story, I just want to mention that a neighboring canyon is considered by many to be highly haunted. I've taken my girlfriend with me on this drive several times. This night, I was driving by myself, and a water bottle kept crackling in the back for whatever reason. Remembering the time my girlfriend sensed entities in the back seat, I jokingly turned and shushed the back seat as if there was an entity making the water bottle crackle. I thought it was pretty funny until about 5 seconds later, when I felt a hand brush the back of my head. It felt only half solid, like it was mostly passing right through my hair, but had just enough substance to it to make my hair move. It scared me out of my senses, and I immediately said sorry and kept on driving. Sorry indeed. What do you think it was? A ghost traveler? Let us know in the comment section below. A deer like no other. I went on a drive with a friend in a relatively suburban neighborhood at the base of a mountain. It was about 12 at night, and we were bored, so we decided to go for a night drive just for fun. A female deer stood in our path at one point on the road. This did not frighten me because they are very common in that area, but its legs were out of proportion with the rest of its body, and it lacked a puff for a tail. We jumped a little bit. It looked at us and slowly walked away from the road. We went about 1.5 miles back in the other direction and were again met with this deer thing staring at us. We drove a little further, and the deer stood in the road one last time, almost observing us. I took my friend home because we were both a little frightened. My friend texted me that morning that the deer had come up near a window at the house and just stared. That was creepy. What did the deer want? Was it even a deer? Comment what you think. After this episode, I doubt any of you will be driving at night. Comment what scary stories you would like to hear next and share your late night drive stories with us. See you all next time, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more slaying content.